and welcome back to the Hot Slice Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Denise Greer. I am executive editor here at Pizza Today magazine, and with me is creative director Josh Cowan. Hello, Josh.
Hello, Denise. How are you today?
I am not too bad. So we're usually talking to operators, but today we're doing a little something different, and we're talking Expo. But before we get into that, let's just talk about the fact that you and I are going somewhere tomorrow.
We are back on the road tomorrow.
Yay! You and Katie.
Back on the road, and I'm so excited. It's like I'm gonna have to dust off the camera. I think I've forgotten how to take pictures on location. So, but it's gonna be fun. We're going to a great spot, and with a really great operator. So I'm excited. I'm just so excited to be on the road again.
I know. And I got to tell you, so when we do these pizzeria visits, we get so much from them as far as getting into the businesses and seeing everything, seeing the equipment they're using, getting there and talking to the operator one-on-one. Probably my favorite time. And I know you notice that I do this, but when they bring you all the food that you shoot and then the food sitting there, I always invite the operator to sit down with me, after I turn my recorder off. And I just want to talk about the industry and talk about what's going on, off the record, just things that they're seeing things that they like and don't like. And, that is really valuable to me when we go into our story meetings to try to figure out, what's happening in the industry and what people are having problems with and what they're needing help with. And that's probably one of the most valuable tools that I use, is that nice interaction one-on-one to talk to the operator.
I mean, we've been putting out a magazine for like 14 months from home.
Yeah.
And I think we've done a pretty great job for being at home and not being together in an office and putting something together. And that said, we haven't been able to do our features, and I think it's sorely missing from the magazine. I think people get a lot from that. They get a lot of inspiration, ideas, whatnot. We get, of course, a ton from it.
Yeah.
So it's such an important part of the magazine, and I'm so stoked it's going to be back.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited. I can't wait for it. I also can't wait for Expo. I cannot wait for Expo. Expo is going to be so much fun. And so, we tapped the person that knows the most about Pizza Expo, has been doing it for the longest. He just helps plan the whole show. I mean, he is the show director. We were talking to Bill Oakley, and you have seen him walking around the show floor. I know you have. And he is the man behind all the planning and all the things that are happening. So you're getting it from the source.
He really should be in the logo, like the NBA has in the logo. Bill should be in the Pizza Today logo, a Pizza Expo logo somewhere.
That would be awesome.
Everything about Pizza Expo. He knows everything about the Las Vegas Convention Center. You can ask him where an outlet is in the Las Vegas Convention Center, and he will find that for it. He will know exactly where they all are.
Yeah,
he knows everything back and forth.
Yeah.
So we couldn't bring a better person on to talk about Pizza Expo. The world's changing every minute to minute. Yeah. So there's a lot of rumors out there. What's going on? How like safety wise, whatnot. Bill was here to clear them all up for you. So. Yep. It's an important podcast, especially if you're going to Pizza Expo.
Yeah, and he's got that insider information too. He's giving you details that you can't get anywhere else besides from Bill Oakley. So let's bring him on and let's get this started.
Do it.
Your pizza is more than a craft; it's your legacy. Make it extraordinary with Bacchio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese. Created by expert cheesemakers for a superior melt, endless stretch, and its signature kiss of buffalo milk, a taste that is rich and creamy beyond compare. Build your legacy with monthly cash rewards and marketing support through the Bacchio Gold Club. Schedule a demonstration at bacchiocheese.com/hotslice. Pizza is your legacy. Build it with Bacchio.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
Hey, Bill Oakley, we are, 3 weeks from Pizza Expo. What do you have to say off the jump in the podcast about this show that we have been so patiently, or maybe not patiently, waiting for after all these months?
Well, we are really excited that we are exactly 3 weeks away from Pizza Expo opening its doors on August 17th. At the Las Vegas Convention Center, and right now I think we're really, in great shape as a show in the community. I don't want to say that that we're going to certainly have the expected 550 exhibitors on the show floor, but who we will have there, I think one thing to really kind of point out, one data point, we'll have more new exhibitors on the show as a percentage of the floor that we've ever had. And so if you're looking for new suppliers, new services, new products, Pizza Expo is definitely the place to be. And I think for those lucky exhibitors that will be with us in August, and we're glad that it's been a big bridge, long 29 months since March of 2019. With that being said, we certainly are in really great shape, attendance wise. Clearly, more than 4,000 buyers registered to attend to date, and I think with that in mind, we're really tracking towards really a crowd, let's say 6,500, 7,000 attendees. I mean, we certainly we felt like just 3 or 4 weeks ago that it was going to be basically pretty much a free ride, and I don't mean necessarily that to Pizza Expo, with every day getting a little bit brighter and better as far as COVID's concerned. And I still think as we look at the pizza industry, which has certainly had a great run, still America's favorite food product, and we're certainly selling more pizza, and people are expanding. So I think things are all set for a really great show.
Excellent. What's something that people maybe don't know about this year, or what's something that's so new that you're excited to put it on?
Well, I tell you, we're excited about a couple things. Number one, we have a great new contest that's going to happen this year, which is the International Italian Sandwich Competition that's sponsored by Grande Cheese, and we're expecting great things. All our contests really sold out really quickly. Now I think we finally did had some cancellations and moved some people off the waiting list, so there may be a few spots open in the International Pizza Challenge. I'm not sure about the sandwich, and so that's something new that we're really looking forward to. I think everybody wants to kind of see something new and different. We'll see some exciting, I think it's Italian sandwiches. We've got a great judging panel, and so we're expecting really fun and exciting things from that contest.
But Bill, will there be any big changes to the show floor or to the seminars from previous years?
That's kind of an open-ended question, but I'll say this: we've got a great program planned for Pizza Expo. I think we've got some exciting new additions. We've got some new things going on. Just like even at the the Beer and Bowl, we've got Tony Gimignani. He's going to lead a discussion about ghost kitchens and how that may positively affect pizzeria owners and operators, or those kind of getting in the business. And I think that's an exciting time now. I think we've been through this a long time. I think this is another point in time where we'll see a lot of new entrants that due to whatever reasons are no longer in their current industry or career path, and they'll be getting into the pizzeria business here shortly. So we expect a lot of first time and new operators out to show this as well.
What would you tell some of those first timers? Because usually in the the first keynote we'll have raise a hand. It's your first time here, and it's usually a large portion of people.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What would you tell some of the first timers if this is their first time at Pizza Expo?
I think they really need to take advantage. Like I say, the thing kind of sets up for them with all these new exhibitors that we've got on the show floor. I think we do have, as far as attendance is concerned, I think the floor will be denser than it's ever been, and you really have to look at that attendees per 100 square feet of exhibit space or per exhibitor. And so I think that number is going to be up, but I think it's also going to give the opportunity to attendees to really network, more than they've ever done so before. I think it's just a better opportunity. Instead of you've got, just let's say 8,000 or 9,000 people, at the show, it's really hard. Some people don't necessarily want to put their hand in there and you ask a question or bump into another, operator and, kind of pick his brain. I think this is an excellent time because there's a lot of new things going on where people have been really able to, position their pizzeria and restaurant for success. They made a lot of the right decisions during this, COVID-19 period, and really have kind of, set in motion for their, pizzerias to really kind of be on a increased path as far as, opening additional units, adding, new products and menu items to their existing menu. And so I think it's a really fun, exciting times. I think you can, with everything that's going on in the International Pizza Challenge, going in the sandwich competition, we certainly have Scott Wiener's bus tour. I think there's a lot of things out there that you can pick up a lot of, a lot of tips, a lot of suggestions, and a lot of ideas on either making change into your existing model or just getting into the business. And so I think that's what's really exciting this year at Expo.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, now one of the big changes that we all know about coming into this expo is that the keynotes and the block party are going to be on the show floor. Can you kind of give us a little, look at what that's going to be like compared to being up in the, being in the seminar room, in the big seminar rooms?
Yeah, I think the fun thing about this year, and a lot of that was kind of set in motion because of COVID. And as we postpone shows, we ended up in, let's say, a different exhibit hall. We ended up with a different seminar block. It just seemed to make sense. One, we were trying to at least keep some separation and have attendees enter the floor from, let's say, different locations in the morning. Not having everybody packed up in front of, let's say, the Pizza Expo entrance. And so we thought, what could be something we've done a long time ago, but haven't in a long time, is to, let's say, have the keynote address in the exhibit hall, and also having the block party. And to be honest, we did that a long time ago, and actually took place up on the third floor concourse of Central Hall 3, where the exhibits will be. And so we've got a pretty good plan on that. I think it'll be fun to actually have it out there, within, let's say, close proximity to the trade show floor. It'll be convenient for everybody. And with that being said, we can kind of control, at that point in time, we could kind of control the cleaning of it a little bit better to make sure that we did everything we can to, stop the spread or contamination through, let's say, airborne particles or anything else. And so that was really a conscious decision for us. But I don't think really, as far as the attendees concerned, except for a location, there's not going to be, any real change, except it will definitely not be in the, let's say, the seminar rooms, or what I call the grand ballroom of the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Now with the, we used to do the main entrance where everybody would just, huddle up and get to the exhibit hall. Will they do a similar thing to get to the keynotes in the morning, or will there be a different access point? Like how will they get there?
Yeah, there'll be a different access point to keynotes. When you enter the Las Vegas Convention Center, we actually enter right into the main lobby. If you're really on, let's say, the right side of the main entrance, you just walk in straight. You'll see our registration area set up. Right to the right of that, you'll be able to enter into the C3 hall, which will give you access to the Pizza Expo show floor. And then further on down that hall, there's a series of doors that will allow you to enter into the area where the keynotes will be held. And that's really in the C4 hall.
Okay.
And the World Pizza Games area, that will be the block party, really right on the back left corner of the show floor. So it couldn't be any more convenient. They'll be using the same stage and area that the World Pizza Games preliminaries take place in, just a little bit larger this time. Should be really fun for both events.
Oh, I like that. That it's going to be right there with the World Pizza Games.
Yeah, and you know how close they are, because we have the finals at the block party. It made sense to us, but what we've done is just kind of made that area as large as we can to accommodate the crowd and all the activities that we have planned.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, this is a Pizza Expo a podcast, but let's touch base, because we got something else coming up here in a couple months. It's the Pizza and Pasta Northeast. So
we have got a lot of things going on, and you all know that.
All back to back.
I mean, as soon as Pizza Expo closes in Las Vegas, we are certainly setting our eyes on Pizza and Pasta Northeast. It's just 10 weeks away. I think we're really excited about that, and we really feel like that this kind of sets up for a really great show, because in all reality, I think people that will have the least penetration as far as a region in the United States is that Northeast area. It's certainly a lot of exciting things going on up there, but also kind of deals with that whole kind of east of the Mississippi area, all the way from, let's say, Maine to Florida. And so we're expecting exciting things this year. We are adding a new show that will co-locate with Pizza and Pasta Northeast, and that's Artisan Bakery Expo East. That is sponsored by the New Jersey Bakers Board of Trade and the New York Bakers Association. We've got a lot of fun, exciting things planned over there, and we do expect a crowd from Just Bakery, 3,000 plus buyers, in addition to our 2,000 plus buyers at Pizza and Pasta Northeast. So it may not have all the excitement of, let's say, Pizza Expo, but it's going to get close.
Yeah,
absolutely. Pizza and Pasta Northeast. Just
and the big thing there, we've made kind of a change. This year, the date pattern had always been Wednesday and Thursday up to this point in time. But we're going to try something new. It's based on surveys to both of our segments, the bakers and the pizza operators, as well as the Italian restaurateurs. The show is going to be Sunday and Monday, which is
makes sense.
Slow days for at least the pizzerias, or at least compared to the other days. And so we think that really may give us a boost as well. And so we're expecting a lot of things to happen once Pizza Expo closes, but it's going to be a short period of time. So I think everybody kind of hold on, take a look, and kind of see that show come to life.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to Pizza Expo for a little bit and talk about, with COVID and with just what's happening in Las Vegas. Let's talk about like the safety plan for Pizza Expo, and let's just clear the air on what's expected of our attendees, because I know there are a lot of rumors probably out there on what people are going to have to do and what they're not going to have to do.
There's all kind of rumors, and there's today, and then what may be tomorrow. And in all reality, I think it's going to be really quick 3 weeks. I don't, when we had this conversation maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, we felt like, hey, everything's open, everything's back to normal, just like it was at Pizza Expo 2019. And I don't want to necessarily pop that balloon either, because that's really, my expectations, and for my expectation to be reached, that's what needs to happen. I think the main thing here, in our industry, which makes it great for our communities, both baking and pizza, is the two senses that we use, are at least more important to us than any other trade show. And that's the ability to smell and taste. And
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I think here's we are, obviously we still, would encourage vaccinated attendees to, wear their masks, but it's, just simply encouraged. I mean, everybody, is coming from various places throughout basically the United States, but we'll still have quite a few international attendees. But for those that have not been, vaccinated or fully vaccinated, we do want you to wear a mask, while you're at the trade show, just for your safety and everybody else's. We certainly want you to attend. We will have a supply of masks for those that, let's say, aren't vaccinated that show up to the convention center. We'll also have certainly hand washing, hand sanitizer stations scattered throughout. So we want to kind of do things right. But right now it's going to be business as usual. I think everybody knows there's what's been going on since COVID started. We did have Pizza Expo 19, but we unfortunately could not stage Pizza Expo 2020 for the same reason. So it's been well over a year of this. I think we kind of are where we are. I think everybody has maybe some concern about the Delta variant, but we've been operating at Pizza Day and Pizza Expo and Pizza and Pasta Northeast. Clearly all our communities have been operating, both these suppliers and manufacturers, as well as those that I'll call out on the front lines. And I think we all, I know during this period, I know I've visited my pizzeria or had delivery or curbside more than ever, and I go to the bakery more than I ever have before. So it's all, to me, it's all good. But I think everything's it's been business as usual. I haven't seen anything closed. I haven't seen anybody boarding up because we've got to come in here and bring in some kind of cleaning service to get things ready. I just think it's been really has worked well with our industry. I think the other thing good is typically our products are all coming out of a super hot oven, and everything's really safe and ready to go. And so I think you boil that out and take in consideration. I hope that Las Vegas or the state of Nevada doesn't make any more changes between now and the show, and basically where we are. We're restriction free as we stand here today.
Excellent. And so the big important question is sampling. We can still sample everything and eat everything on the show floor and in the competition areas.
Yeah, I think everybody, again, has to, what they think is, they should do or not do. I think, again, I think it's a prudent thing. Again, when you're at a restaurant, you're having to, be served and eat your meals or appetizers, drinks, whatever it may be. At one time we were talking about plexiglass, serving in behind plexiglass, having attendants serve the buyers, wanting to sample that product, having individual containers, say having silverware that was maybe already prepackaged with napkins, that sort of thing. And if somebody wants to do that, it comes down to the exhibitor and their staff. I mean, we want everybody to do the thing and maintain safety that they feel that's going to protect them or keep their staff and their customers safe. And so we respect that. I think the majority of people will be back sampling as they always have been.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to have plexiglass, don't have to have individual servings, doesn't have to be served by an attendant. And so I think, but people have gone through this process. I think early on, when they originally signed up for Pizza Expo 20, probably planned on having restrictions in place. But as we kind of move through the process later in the show cycle, now we're at a place that you can recommend and encourage things, but right now we are restriction free, and it's our hopes that we'll stay that way.
Excellent.
Well, all right, Bill, that's more than enough for everyone out there.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You just see it on Facebook daily of everybody just so jazzed about it, so ready to go. I haven't seen you in person in probably 14 months.
At least 14 months.
We haven't. And so I look back, and I'm not going to say it's back to business as usual, but I think once we're wheels down at Las Vegas McCarran Airport, I think everybody's going to have a really good show. I don't think we're going to see any real big upticks. I mean, we have been staging shows during this time, and we haven't seen it. We haven't had attendee or exhibitors. We've had some kind of people coming down with COVID or the Delta variant, and it's our hopes that we'll continue to maintain that. So we're doing everything we can to have a safe show for our exhibiting partners, our attendees, and our staff.
Excellent.
Rest assured.
Thanks so much, Bill. And
Thanks,
I guess
Bill.
we'll see you in 3 weeks.
3 weeks of the show, ready to go.
I can't wait, and I know you all can't either.
All right.
See you in Las Vegas.
I'll see you in Vegas. Bye, Bill.
Bye-bye.